we are emerging from Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes direct today, and I thought it would be nice to do a tarot spread to see what the next moon cycle is going to hold for us and how we can harness that energy going forward. So I have a tarot spread that I created for this, and I will link it at the end if anybody is interested in trying it out. And if you do, please leave a comment and let me know. I'm using the Druidcraft Tarot deck, which is one of my personal favorites. I really like the imagery on the cards, and they're nice and big, so you get to see a lot of the image in full color. So the first card that we're going to be pulling is for what is emerging. The second card is how can I harness my inner Leo? The third card is what is fading away? And the fourth card is how can I manifest my intentions? So the first card for what is emerging is the Four of Pentacles. And in this card, this individual is, in my opinion, locking up a chest. So maybe this is indicating that we've had something under lock and key energetically. We've been holding on to something that we've been afraid to release. And maybe we're at a point as a collective where we're ready to open that up and see what's inside. And when I look at this card, I can definitely see areas in my life where I've been sort of holding on to things and hoarding it away. And as we move into this new energetic cycle, we can release those things and get ready to start new projects, and we can think about new ways that we can discover parts of ourselves that maybe have been hidden. And the dark moon is a really good time for this because it's kind of that dormant moment where we are sitting in the place that is deep within ourselves. So I challenge every one of you to recognize that part of yourself that's been sort of locked away, and either intentionally or unintentionally, and take a step toward unlocking it. Find out how you can release that and open up that chest. Pull out some of those treasures that have been locked away and get ready to see how beautiful they are. Dust them off a little and put them into play. Now's the time. The second card is how can I harness my inner Leo? And this card is the Hanged Man. He's a little nudie, so I'm covering him up for any of you sensitive folks. The Hanged Man is a card about getting a new perspective. The Hangman is a good card to have when you are approaching a point at which you don't know what direction to take. It encourages us to take a moment and just hang in the balance. Allow things to sit comfortably and just find a path opening up for you. Even though he's bound and hanging, he is releasing. The freedom that you can find in just sitting upside down. Try and lay on your couch with your head hanging over and see after a couple of minutes how you feel when you stand up. It leaves you a little tingly, maybe a little bit disoriented, but a little bit more alive. There's a freshness. And I think if you're talking about your inner Leo, one of the things that comes to mind for me is this like wild sort of hair, this like letting it hang out. The freedom and warmth required to sort of be unafraid to not know what direction you're taking at this moment. Don't be afraid of not knowing the answers right away. If you need to take a minute to just let things sort of hang out and find out where you want to go next, it's okay to take that minute to just absorb what's around you. Because I think one of the things about Mercury retrograde is that we all tend to draw in on ourselves. We get a little disoriented and we get a little bit hung up on communicating and saying the right thing and doing the right thing, and a lot of times, as most of us know, it doesn't go the way we intend. And so when you're preparing for a new cycle, it's good to just have a moment before you burst forth. So the best way you can harness your inner Leo is to take a minute before you release that energy. The third card is, what is fading away? And this card is one of my favorites in this deck. It's the Rebirth card. And what is fading away? We're emerging. Just like in the Four of Pentacles, this is a moment at which our hibernation is complete. It's fading behind us and we're stepping out into the light. We have an opportunity to heed the call of what we've been holding ourselves back from. Maybe something that's fading away from us is our inhibition. It's completely naked. You know, we're listening to this horn calling us out of the dark and getting ready to run away into the future. Being reborn. And the fourth card, how can I manifest my intentions? One thing that I know many of us like to do on the dark moon or the new moon is to set an intention for the coming moon cycle. And the intention that I'm setting is to release my fears of being an independent business person and allowing myself to step into a new role. And if you have an intention that you've set for this month and you feel comfortable sharing it, please feel free to go ahead and set it down in the comments. The card for this position is the Five of Pentacles. So how can I manifest my intentions? A lot of times the Five of Pentacles is representative of a financial hardship. I would say in this case, it's almost more like doggedly chasing what you're after. Like this is a card with a greyhound chasing a hare. She almost looks like she's playing hide and seek a little bit. And I would say the best way to manifest your intentions would be just run after it. Once you've figured out what it is that you want, don't let something like a disruption in your normal routine catch you off guard. Allow yourself to propel forward, chase that dream, and maybe be a little frugal. Take some time and either set money away or budget, maybe plan ahead what you're going to be doing for the month and set some finances aside to support you while you are going forward on this endeavor. Take that hanged man moment and recognize that you might need a few days before you're ready to get started. But once you have your eye set on what it is that you want, chase after it. Excuse me. So that's our spread, and that is the new moon in Leo and Mercury goes direct spread that we've just created for today. And if any of you try this out and you want to share a picture or interpretation of your reading of this, I would love to hear it. I want us to be a community where we can discuss and share our ideas, because I feel like there's so many different ways to interpret the cards, and a lot of times it depends on the individual. So if you are seeing something different in the meanings of these cards, I would love to hear about it. So thank you for watching my video, and if you would like to, please do subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate you all coming. Thank you so much.